This is Gerardo Del Real live here at the 2024 Beaver Creek Precious Metals Summit. Joining me today at the Precious Metals Summit is the CEO of one of my favorite uranium plays, Cosa Resources, Mr. Keith Bodnarchuk. Keith, it's great to have you on.
Yeah.
Great to meet you in person.
Yes, finally great to meet you in person.
We chatted off air. We've had several conversations on air, off air. So it's good to put a face to the personality.
Long overdue.
Absolutely. I think both you and I are in the camp that uranium is likely to get on a pretty historic run. I think, I was talking to another gentleman earlier, and he mentioned to get to $200 uranium wouldn't take that much on an inflation-adjusted basis, right? And that excites me because we're sitting here in the high 70s, low 80s. We've had a consolidation period in the uranium equities. I think it's a heck of an opportunity, and I know that Cosa is looking to position itself beautifully to take advantage of that market. Before we talk Cosa, can you tell me about your thoughts on the uranium space?
You know what? It is an exciting time in uranium. It does feel like we are at the start of what's going to be a long-term, really unprecedented bull market. You've seen just positive news flow out of China where they're permitting a record 11 new reactor builds. You've seen Kazatomprom telling that they're not going to be able to make their 2025 production profile. And so all this stuff is just positive news flow, positive catalyst is just going to keep driving up that uranium price. And you've seen the spot price obviously come back down to around $80, but importantly, that term price, which represents more than 90% of the market, continues to trickle up, and it's actually more than the spot price currently, and that just seems like a temporary thing, and what you should see is the spot price correct over time here, and then hopefully the equities will follow.
Yeah, listen, I think you hit that right on the head. Geopolitical uncertainty is going to continue, I think, to be a driver as well. We had Russia and Putin speculating that he may want to cut uranium exports out, right? Exactly. And so anytime that you have that combination, it looks like the perfect storm for higher prices, right?
No, exactly. And that's just one catalyst, right? Sure. There's just multiple catalysts that keep occurring. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when that finally uranium price really takes off here.
Agreed. How does Cosa take advantage of that win?
Well, we take advantage of it by continuing to explore for uranium in the Athabasca Basin, which is home to the highest grade and best uranium deposits in the world. We're currently drilling, which is the best catalyst for a company like us. We're following up our exciting results we had in March of this year. And, we're fully funded for this program. We'll be doing about 4,000 meters on our URSA project. And so watch for news flow. We'll be continuing to drill into about mid-October. And so we should be able to update the market around that.
Assays, turnaround time.
So right now, I think the basin is obviously starting to heat up. There's a lot more groups that are drilling in there. There's obviously some exciting news, NextGen and stuff, and other people are continuing to do exploration. So there is a bit of a wait on that, but it's not bad. The lab in Saskatchewan is tremendous for it, SRC, and a lot of groups use them. And so it's not that bad of a turnaround. So you're probably looking at a 6 to 8 week.
Excellent. How's the cash position?
So we're sitting at just under 5 million Canadian. So we're fully funded for this program. We'll have money left to carry us into 2025. So we're in a great position, treasury-wise.
Perfect. Tell me about the team a bit, because you've put together an impressive group.
Yeah, so we're a group that's worked through multiple companies. I started at Denison Mines. That's where I met Steve Blower, who's our chairman of Cosa Resources. I was a geologist at the time. I pivoted to corporate development. I ended up at ISO Energy, again with Steve, and obviously Craig Perry was there, who was a founding director of NextGen. And so we're a group that's worked together through Denison, ISO. Craig came from NextGen. So we've really had a long track record of delivering value in the Athabasca Basin through discovery. And you know what, I'd say this is the best version of our team, and we're looking to do it again.
All those companies you mentioned had market caps of either hundreds of millions or billions of dollars, right? Where's Cosa's market cap? Because I think it highlights the opportunity.
We are sitting about 18 million Canadian. Very similar story to when we were at ISO. When we had that initial success, we were about a 20 million market cap. We obviously hit the hurricane deposit, and within a matter of months, we were up to about 400 to 500 million Canadian.
Perfect storm for higher uranium prices. You mentioned hurricane. It's a great tie-in. Such a pleasure.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thanks, Robert.